When you walk in the front door of RagApple Lassie, you walk directly into their winery instead of a tasting room or gift shop, with a view right down to their fermentation tank.
Live from RagApple Lassie Vineyards in Boonville, which was just named one of the 2 finalists for Best New Winery in the United States. Melissa.
The California Wine Appreciation Guild says one of the country's best new wineries is right here in the Piedmont.
RagApple Lassie Vineyards is in Yadkin County, and it is the first winery in North Carolina to make the Wine Guild's prestigious list. And
welcome to award-winning RagApple Lassie Vineyards and Winery. The transition from tobacco farmers to vintners began in 1999, as farmers saw their tobacco quotas reduced by more than half. Throughout life, the defining goal for both Frank and Lena Hobson has been to keep their land agricultural and profitable, so no one would be tempted to turn it into a housing development. Frank is famous for always having a Plan B. And Plan B this time was to seriously investigate the feasibility of planting grapes for wine. And the idea of vineyards certainly matched his vision of keeping the land agricultural and profitable. Drawing on his experience as a successful farmer, Frank began preparing the land for an April 2000 planting of the first RagApple Lassie vineyard. And after watching his first babies, 9 acres of Chardonnay and Cabernet Sauvignon take root, grow, and thrive, confidence increased. And almost simultaneously, Frank and Lena looked at each other and said, "Let's get both feet wet. Let's plant more vines, build a winery, and become real vintners." The vineyard is the namesake of RagApple Lassie, a registered Holstein calf given at birth to Frank by his father almost 50 years ago. Frank and RagApple Lassie immediately formed a special bond that culminated in winning the grand championship at the North Carolina State Fair. So when the search began for a special memorable name for a new vineyard and later winery, RagApple Lassie was the obvious choice. RagApple Lassie Winery is constructed of common galvalume and concrete, designed by UNC Charlotte School of Design Architecture professor Greg Snyder to look like typical farm buildings in Yadkin County. It even includes the requisite silo. However, that is where typical ends. The silo houses a circular staircase that leads to the underground wine cellar, where wine is aged in French and American oak casks. A 40-foot wide wall mural painted by a local artist takes one's imagination on the romantic interlude vineyards suggest. The entrance to the winery building is via a catwalk running along the south ceiling, allowing one to look down upon the fermenting tanks, the wine tasting room and gift shop, as well as the inside entrance to the wine cellar. The catwalk displays pictures of Frank with his show calf RagApple Lassie, the first grape harvest, and other family mementos. Parading across a large wall at the end of the catwalk is a storyboard telling of a year in the life of a vineyard. The winemaker is Linda King, who was wooed away from the largest estate winery in Ohio, where she won numerous awards, including Best of Show at the California International Wine Competition. Linda is a certified international wine judge, an active member of the American Wine Society, wife to Tom King, and grandmother to twins, Alex and Ryan. Every competition entered by RagApple Lassie has garnered 1 or more awards, and every vintage entered in competition owns 2 or more awards in international wine competitions. Wines bottled by RagApple Lassie include Viognier, Chardonnay, Merlot, Syrah, Cabernet Sauvignon, Rockford Red, Boonville Blanc, and Evening Sunset. RagApple Lassie Saturday shindigs, Friday flings, and Thursday shags are quickly becoming the place to be. Check our website, ragapple-lassie.com, for details and directions. RagApple Lassie Winery is showcased in over 67 newspapers and magazines, including the Financial Times of London, Atlanta Constitution, Charlotte Observer, Greensboro News and Record, Our State Magazine, and a myriad of others. RagApple Lassie cordially invites you to visit daily, noon to 6. Thank you for your time, and as we bid you a fond adieu, may we share the toast offered by a friend at the formal dedication of RagApple Lassie Winery. May RagApple Lassie wine celebrate many a joyous occasion, accompany many a good book, and bring joy and love to one and all.